Are you starting a cleaning business, but you're not sure if you should hire subcontractors or employees? Yeah? Well, let's talk about it. But first, a quick intro. What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Mike Mack from the janitorialentrepreneur.com, and I help people start, grow, and automate wildly profitable office cleaning businesses. And on this video, I'm going to talk about whether you should be subcontracting your workers or employing your workers to your company. So this is a very, very common question. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna get to the bottom of it in this video. But first, the question of the week. I have a question for you. My question for you is, what skills do you think that you need to get better at to start your cleaning business or to grow your cleaning business? Leave a comment below. I want to know your mindset on that. All right, so now before we jump into this video, you know I gotta ask you to hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so YouTube notifies you every time I put a new video up. All right, you don't want to miss that. Now that all that stuff's out of the way, let's get into this week's video. Okay, so like I was mentioning before, this is a very, very common question I get under my YouTube videos. It's like, hey, Mike Mack, should I subcontract or should I employ my cleaners? Now, here's something you're gonna get in this video that you didn't even bargain for. And that is, I'm going to tell you what areas, in my opinion, you should consider doing for each. Now, there's place for both. Now, you may say, oh, I was just looking for information on cleaners. Well, this is the channel all about automating your cleaning business. If you truly want to step away, then of course you don't want to clean, but you also don't want to do the other things that are going to keep you tied to a business. You know, like the people who say, you can't automate a cleaning business. Yeah, that's because all you know how to do is hire cleaners. You have to hire and hire and hire. And there's a place for subcontractors and there's a place for employees. All right, so that's what all of this video is about. So if you like where this is going, definitely hit the thumbs up button because that helps the channel do its thing. All right, so now a quick disclaimer. I just want to say I am not an attorney. I'm not an accountant. What I'm telling you here is just my experience. So I just want to get your mind going. Ultimately, at the end of the day, you have to make the best decision for your business. I am in no way giving you any legal advice in this video. So definitely talk to an expert before you do your thing, whether that's subcontracting or making your people employees. All right, now that stuff is out of the way, let's do it. Okay, we're gonna break this video into two sections. The first section is subcontractors. So in my opinion, and what we've done is there are three main areas that we've subcontracted out, right? And those main areas are, one, website design. So website design services and things of that nature that we have tended to like reach out to other companies to run that stuff on our behalf, take care of our websites, making sure it's always updated, making sure it's firing fast, because if you're doing things like Facebook ads or Google ads or SEO and you're getting people to a slow website, people are not going to stick around, right? So now that is something I deemed really important. I think I would like somebody, not named me, to be locked in onto our website to make sure no matter what, it is always firing on all cylinders. Okay, so that is one area I would absolutely consider subbing out. Another area to consider subbing out, and one we do too, is our overnight customer service. So there's two types of companies. There's the ones that don't respond to their clients, and then there's the ones that respond like that, just so they always know that whenever they pick up that phone to reach us, they will have their problem solved. So one of those things is overnight customer service. That is another thing we sub out. We have a service that basically, once the hours are off, when our quality executives are done for the night, it goes into the overnight shift. And the overnight shift is to cover just in case there are emergencies. Some of our locations, not many, but some of our locations are 24 hours a day. And if there's some type of emergency, maybe a cleaner left a faucet on or something of that nature, nighttime customer service will know how to handle that situation. If it is an emergency, we will be notified right away. Actually, one of our quality executives, and then probably us, depending on the level of the emergency, to knock on wood, but to this date, I have yet to be alerted, so that is a good thing. The other thing is, just in case there's, hey, the alarm tripped and the person who owns the account, they're nowhere to be found, so they need one of us to go there and go, like, you know, to help out and, like, you know, figure out what went wrong with the alarm. things like that. See, though, that's another thing that we sub out. Those are not our employees handling the overnight, okay? And another area, so this is an area, one of the first areas that we started subbing out immediately. When we started, anyone not new to this channel understands how grassroots we were and how small we were and how, let's face it, how broke we were to get started. So floor services. Floor services were another area that we completely subbed out. I would actually put glass services too. So we were looking at it two ways. One, we wanted to offer those services because we didn't want our clients going getting proposals from other cleaning businesses or maintenance companies who also offered cleaning. But the issue is I was pretty good with floors, but I wasn't amazing at floors. I never was amazing. And guess what? I also didn't have the money for equipment. I didn't have money to go out and get equipment. And guess what? Take it a step further. I didn't really understand how to price those jobs all that well. So in the beginning, I wanted to offer those services, but I didn't have money to employ people like for that. So instead, what I did was I found a partner. I found a partner company who just specialized in floors, did not do any cleaning, offered zero cleaning. Their bread and butter was floors. So we made a strategic partnership, and it was just like, hey, listen, when we come across floor jobs, we're a fast growing company. When we come across floor jobs, they're yours for the foreseeable future, at least for a year. And they would say, yeah, we get proposals and we go to places where they ask us to bid on the cleaning, and we tell them, no, we just do floors. So I'll pass those leads to you. See, people helping people, that was a winning strategy for us because we brought in a professional floor care company to really take care of things. Now, over time, we decided to start doing more of that in-house. As we grew, we started to bring on employees. And so that partnership, still a friendly partnership, we're just not really, now we offer it in-house, so it is totally working out great for us. But that started with a relationship that was subbed out. You know, because part of the equipment and the employees and the pricing, another thing I didn't mention is when you do floor care and extra services like that, I mean, your insurance goes up because there's a bigger risk. Because if you put someone not experienced on floors and they're stripping and waxing and they put the wrong product down on, like, let's say stone or marble floor, whatever, I don't know, whatever it is, you could really do some serious irreversible damage. Just like the same thing with floors. Like if you're doing wood floors or anything like that, you could really do some damage that is pretty hard to reverse, okay? So that's another reason why we felt that is something we need to sub out, okay? So those are three main areas that come to mind. I mean, there are other things like certain social media tasks, things like that we'd also sub out, but there are plenty of other tasks. I just want to get your mind going to what type that we felt like in the beginning were the best to sub out, all right? So use your imagination on that, and like I said, definitely talk to a legal professional to see which one's which, all right? So let's get into the next one. All right, this section is who are the people that we actually make employees to our company. So the three main areas that come to mind are, well, I'll go one by one. And the first one, the people we employ are cleaners. That's right. That's why you didn't hear me mention it in the subcontracting place. So the reason why that we employ our cleaners and we don't sub that out is because point blank, unless there's something I misunderstood, it's against the law. Because if I'm telling them when and where to show up, if it's consistent enough, and if I tell them how to do their job, there's nothing more employee than that. You wouldn't do that to a subcontractor. It would defeat the whole purpose if I say, hey, you have to be here 5 days a week, you have to start at 6 p.m., you have to clean the way I want you to clean, and you have to wear my uniform. Yeah, that's an employee. That is like the IRS, that one's not even gray. That's pretty black and white. That's pretty like, yeah, that's an employee. That's not really close. So because of those reasons, we choose to employ our people because, I mean, that's the law, at least the way I understand it, the way our accountant understands it, and the way our lawyer understands it. So that's why we employ cleaners. If you're someone who's worried about like, oh, but I wanted to sub that out because there's so much to think about, payroll thing, like how much tax to withhold. If you're worried about any of those things, comment below what your exact concern is. I will handle it in a video because things like that should not get in the way. It's easier than you think, all right? So now moving on to the second thing. The second type of person we employ are our quality executives, management in general. I want management to be in-house at all times. You know, we are in the process of hiring a president of our company because now the operation is growing to a point where it's just time. It's time. In the beginning, I wouldn't worry about that. But I would, however, bring on your quality executive. So we have quality executives in different areas in our space where it's just different, but they have different routes of account. And a quality executive is overseeing everything. It's overseeing the cleaning, overseeing the equipment, overseeing the products we use, when to order new things. They keep track of all of that. They also dabble in the customer service art, but also they coordinate where people are going at night. I mean, there are other tasks that they do, but that's basically, 10,000 square foot of what our quality executives do. So those people are very valuable. They're very valuable to us, and what they're responsible for on a night-to-night basis is incredibly important. So because of that, I prefer to have those people in-house. I always prefer to have people like that in-house, so that way it's always, because I'm teaching them how to do their job. They're in polos, they're in the uniforms, they have a company iPad, they're going around, they're tracking everything, they're handling business. See, positions like that, I really couldn't even imagine subcontracting that out, all right? So definitely your quality executives, absolutely, in my opinion, of course, I would absolutely employ those people. And the last thing, again, there are other things, but the point of this video is to really get your wheels going, and that way you can know what direction to go and direction to start in, who to talk to in the beginning as far as accountants and lawyers, and pick their brain or whatever. So that's the purpose of this video. So the last thing is our sales and marketing. So our CMO and our sales reps, they're also in-house. So we currently don't have an office yet. We kind of do, but we don't. We're going into a bigger space, and the reason why it's just time. Doing kind of like a shared space now. It's time because now, I mean, there's been a team for the last, 7-8 months, like a full-on team where we're just kind of coordinating at coffee shops and smaller shared office spaces. So we've actually grown to the point where it no longer makes sense to not have an office, but that's because our goal is to see how far we could really take this thing. Do you absolutely need an office? No, you don't. And I know that's another topic for another video, but I'm just kind of like letting you know where that's at. Because we have the employees and because it makes sense, it's totally time. So we're excited about that. But yeah, sales reps, marketing reps, our CMO, those people we prefer to have in-house, again, because there's a set schedule, they follow our systems, and they're wearing our uniforms, the work is consistent as long as we're together. Positions like that, again, not only is it like, does it make sense according to our interpretation of the law, it also just makes sense because those are the types of positions where it's like, I want to have a conversation at any time of the day, or you know what I mean, when they're on, and I just want to make a quick phone call or get on a quick Zoom, like, hey, can we get on a quick Zoom? Can you fill me in on what's been going on this week, or what happened? Sales are up, what changed? Or it's like, hey, this was for us a slow month, what changed? Things like that. Those things I prefer to have in-house. When you're subbing something out, it's more of like a service. So like the website, I'll give a deadline on my website, but I don't tell people how to operate my website, meaning how to do their job per se. That's what I'm saying. That's kind of like the distinction. Something that is more of just like a service versus someone that is going to be with you day to day, handling business. That is, again, our interpretation of it, all right? So I hope this really sparked your interest and hopefully made you a little more confident and gave you a little more clarity on the situation, all right? Okay, so in conclusion, I'm sure you're probably annoyed with me telling you this, but I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to mislead anybody. I'm telling you what works for us. I'm telling you what our lawyer has instructed us to do and guided us to do, and our accountant. But you may be in a different state, different side of the world, so it all depends on what your situation is. So I would definitely talk to someone there. But again, the main point of this video was to get your mindset, like, get you in a clear place, get your mind ready, get your mind like, okay, cool. And if you have any obstacles with that, if you're sticking around not starting because you don't know whether you should employ cleaners or sub those jobs out, I don't know what to tell you. It's really a non-issue. Now, if you're someone who really just wants to sub it out, I can make a whole video on why I could easily do that. I could easily take my company in that direction, but why I wouldn't. So if you're interested in that video, comment that below. All right, and so the last thing is below this video, if you are somebody who is just looking to get started, or you're stuck, maybe you're stuck at $2,000 a month, $5,000, $10,000 a month, and you want to take it to 25, 30, 40, 50, and you want to know how we did it, below this video, there are plenty of free materials that you can feast on, okay? There was a lot of work put into those, a lot of thought, and I know they can absolutely help you. What the feedback we've been getting on these trainings have been like, I don't know, it's it's so humbling. It makes me so happy to know that in some way I'm a part of your journey, even if it's a little, even if you're listening to multiple people and I play a small part, that makes me really, really happy. So if you're interested in any of those, the links are in the description. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, help this channel grow to the moon, help it scale faster than Dogecoin. What? Yeah, that's all I got. I'll be back with the next video. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, turn notifications out. I'm out of here. Peace out. Have a great week. Whoa! Hey, thanks for watching the video. What are you still doing here? You want to check out more stuff? You want to grow your cleaning business? You want to grow it to the next level? You want to automate and scale all that fun stuff? Check out this video. Or check out this video. And have you subscribed? I mean, seriously, it's right there. Just click. You're subscribed. All you gotta do is click right there. Or you should check this video out. Or check this video out. I don't know. Do your thing. I'll see you on the next one.